It was about what I expected. I mean, the pregame festivities felt like a finals game, with the amount of media and just the energy in the crowd. And I thought we did a good job of kind of weathering the storm early. We knew they were going to come out with a lot of energy, and they got an early lead, and we really closed the first quarter strongly, and I thought that set up the rest of the game.
How do you think Kevin handled just the whole day?
I thought he was great. I mean, it's what a weird position to be in. I don't think any of us can even imagine, what he was thinking out there, the emotions going through his body and his mind, and kind of a strange event. You got people who love you deep down, but they're screaming and yelling and calling you names. It's kind of a weird feeling, but he handled it beautifully and played a great game.
What happened over there alongside the bench? There was a fan that was kind of getting into it with you guys, it seems.
Yeah, there was a lot of that stuff tonight. A lot of people behind the bench. Second half, it seemed to pick up. Maybe a little halftime boost.
Any time where you were worried?
No, I was never worried. No.
Is this a stranger situation? I know you were defending champ last year, but this year with the addition of Kevin coming back here, is it even more intense that you face on the road than even last year when you were champ?
It just feels a little different. I felt like the last couple of years, I think people liked us a little bit more. I don't think people like us as much anymore. I think, and I understand, people's ire for us. We've had a couple of great years, and then we pick up Kevin to add to what we already have. We've got a lot of talent. We know that, and we're lucky. And so I think we're facing probably more ire this year than we have last couple.
You seem like anytime they got a hint for a run, you call timeout.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's in an atmosphere like this. You just want to make sure you don't let the crowd into it too much, and they're an explosive team, and obviously Westbrook had it going, and so we tried to stem the tide when we could, and I thought our guys did a good job of executing when we needed to.
Is it to be expected? Kevin comes into a place like this, and there's jawing with Russell, and there's headbutting with Andre, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, I didn't see the headbutt, but it's the highest level of competition in sports, and there's a lot of emotion involved, and a lot of energy and adrenaline in the building, and so I think all that's to be expected. I think the game went about as well as it could for us. I thought we played well. I thought KD had a great game, and he handled himself really well in the face of really a lot of anger.
What do you think of the side support from the rest of the team, the support staff, just everyone in the organization?
Yeah, it was good to have Joe and Bob here. I think we have a great group of people here, just like KD had here in Oklahoma City. He had a strong organization here. We've got a really strong organization. We have a lot of support for him, and I thought the night went about as expected. Sports fans are emotional, as they should be. You get attached to players, you get attached to teams, and things happen. Players leave, players get traded, players retire, and there's always emotion. That's why people care. You care about the guys you connect with, and they cared about KD deeply here, and he cared about them. So very emotional for everybody involved.
Steve, you called that game in Cleveland with LeBron.
Yeah.
Just in terms of the emotional level.
I thought it was pretty similar. I think that one might have been a little nastier, but I remember that well, and similar, But I think a lot of those people who were burning LeBron's jerseys when he left were at the parade last year in Cleveland when they won. So
was this more or less what you expected atmosphere-wise?
I expect them to be loud and cheer for their team.
What do you think of the cupcake chance? The cupcake chances. What did you think about all that?
I've been called worse in my life. I've been counted out before I was even born, so ain't nothing new.
Kevin, did you think that Russell, when he tweeted or Instagrammed that cupcake photo, did you think that was a shot at you?
Not at all. I don't think anything that you guys think was a shot at me was a shot.
Have you asked him directly about that? You guys haven't really spoken.
I haven't talked to him.
You surprised by the way Andre responded to you with it?
Oh man, I know Dre. Man. It's all in the game. Nothing is gonna seep off on the floor, man. You know, I mean, off the floor. You know, it's part of the game. I respect that. You know, we should have just kept playing. I don't even think they should have reviewed anything. It's a part of it. Hard fouls, you know, shit talking. All that stuff's a part of the game. That's what makes the game fun for us.
What about the talking with Russell? During the timeout, you guys are going off the floor talking to each other.
It's part of the game.
Was it fun? Was it? You wish it didn't happen? Or?
Basketball is fun in general, especially when you're playing in an environment like this. The crowd was amazing. We're loud as I ever heard it. And like I said, it's a part of the game.
On the bench area with the fan that seemed that you were getting into it.
Man, that guy was just disrespectful to all of us the entire night. Like, I'm all for you. Cheering for you guys, like, cheer and heckle. You know, heckle all you want, but don't be disrespectful. You know, calling guys P words and all this stuff and get over their little boy. Like, our fans heckle, I'm sure. Fans everywhere heckle, but you know, it's one thing to disrespect guys, and he was disrespectful the entire night.
Was there one comment or that particularly set you off?
Like I just said, calling guys the P word. My mom didn't raise that, you know, and calling guys, get over there, little boy. Like, nah, this ain't the ancient times. Like, slave days are over. You're not gonna talk to guys like that. That's disrespectful.
How do you think Kevin handled everything?
I thought he was amazing. You know, he came out in the jump. Most people would say he was pressing. I would say he was extremely aggressive. And that's what you want. You know, that's what you want, a guy coming back. A lot of guys shy away from the attention, shy away from the ball. He went and got the ball, and he went after it. And, you know, he eventually found his rhythm. And when he found his rhythm, it changed the game for us.
What do you think of his John back and forth with Russell?
I loved it. That's what it's all about, though. You know, at the end of the day, it's basketball. You know, but things have happened. Obviously, everybody has their differences and this, that, and the other, but, like, no harm, no foul. You talk trash on the court. It's a competitive game. KD's super competitive. Russell's super competitive. You talk junk, you talk junk. At the end of the day, I think it's fun. So, I enjoyed it.
After the way the first two games went, was it just a matter of time that was going to spill over now?
I mean, I think so. You know, at the end of the day, guys can stay quiet and know they don't want to. Eventually, it'll come out. You know, you show your emotions. And like I said, they're two competitive guys. And you can't be as good as both of them are without emotions. You know, so it's cool. I'm sure this game was even more emotional for both of them than playing at Oracle. You know, so